What's up, everybody? Who do I sound like? If you know, if you know warrior trading videos, that's who I sound like. What's up, everybody? Anyways, welcome to my recap with live trades. I hope you enjoy the content. So today was a losing day, unfortunately. But the good news is I have a Zoom swing that's 6 points in the money, and it's looking good for more downside. I agree, and that's according to Dan Shapiro, who's like a 20-year veteran and a trader I very much respect. And then also there's a dark pool print for 200,000 shares, a $56 million position at 282.16. So, and so it just depends on how it goes. I mean, it's like Dan brought up, and I didn't even think about, is 288 is the earnings date low. So earnings move low. So prices under that, that's pretty bearish, and that makes sense. So anyways, so where I messed up is, so what I decided before I started trading was I'm gonna break up my like 1600 in buying power or 1800 in buying power into 2 or 3 trades. So right off the bat, I take Facebook now. So we're gonna see market open right now. Okay, Facebook's on the far right. So I had an hourly level. Hold on, let me pause and show you the hourly level real quick. I think that's important. So the hourly level was here. And as you can see in the hourly candle, we broke above it by a point. Well, okay, so now let's get back to the trade. With that, with that in mind, so I mean, that level looked good. I mean, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 points of resistance, and unless it comes into play here a little bit, and here, and here, and here. So it was a good level. Anyway, so this is what happens. So first trade, within the first minute, I take 3 call contracts, 380 calls. They're cheap. It's a little couple of points out the money. Got the 380s for 241. So it starts to go. 241. I wasn't quite in the money. Weren't really moving. And just starts to just stuff. So to be safe, I get out to 227. $39 lost on that one. Well, 42, I guess. So anyways, yeah, that's right. So next trade. So I have that one, right? So it's a scratch trade or whatever. So then Facebook starts to consolidate here, and then this has happened before where it'll set up nicely, right? Like it's gonna break, and then it's a stuff, and I get smoked. So let's see what happens here. I'm gonna grab 3 more. The 380. So that's $720, and then 750. So $1,500. It's almost all my buying power right there. So I'm in 3 at 242 a piece. So I'm like up $25 at one point. So it popped to a new high today. Looked like it was gonna, like I had a chance, and then that kind of a doji candle, I don't really like. I should have got out right there at 208. So 97.50 would have been of a loss instead of right there, which was a decent loss. So I all in the 380 calls, I'm down 192. Now relative to my account size, which is like 2,500 with the swings that I have on, which as a reminder, my swings I have in Activision, I have that VVOS put, which is working out. I mean, it's not working out. I'm looking at it on the side. So now it's starting to work. Chance. If it breaks down tomorrow under the lows, I'm gonna add to it. But so real quick, let's go to that. I'll pull up VVOS here. I've been in VBOS since here. I got like a $5 put on this day, and it's just been consolidating. But now, breaking down, similar to Zoom, we have a gap fill. So if we can get to the dollar move, um, the 415, I'll say. So 60, 50 cents. I'm looking for like a 50-cent move on VBOS. So if it can break down tomorrow, I will look for puts. I don't get like 10 of them or 20 of them. Like the $5 puts, I can think or swim real quick. I got in at 80 cents, right? And they expire Friday, ones I'm in. So they're 30 by 45. So if I can get some for 30, 40 cents, I'll get four, maybe about like 160. And then hopefully that'll put me to a little bit green on the whole position. 'Cause right now I'm down $50. 52. Um 35 to $50. 35 on the offer right now. But yeah, so I mean it could just go green, tomorrow. It bounced right off the 34, which is a white line here. That I don't like, but it depends how tomorrow goes. I mean, this is look, if you look historically at this name, I brought this up before. Pop, drop, 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 pop. So I'm looking for hopefully just a drop. I want a gap fill. Um, yeah, I want a complete gap fill. So I have till Friday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Down to the wire. So, anyways, back to so I had that Facebook trade. So now I'm down 192, and then so I was down in buying power. So Zoom. Let's look at Zoom. Explain why. I brought this up in my video yesterday. It's trade idea. Zoom had this earnings um, gap down and low here, and then it kind of was like trading here, and it looked like it was gonna. So it had a move roughly here, and anybody that got long above this, expecting a gap fill, is trapped essentially. So that's good risk reward, right? So you take the lows here, you risk from 302.50, 288, like 14 points to make um 44 points or whatever. So not bad. I don't know. My brain's like fried right now. It's been a long day, but good risk reward, right? Risking from here to here to make from here to here. Good risk score. So over almost 7 million shares, which is below the 10-day average, were bought on this day or traded on this day. So, anyways, we got this kind of like rising wedge pattern here, sort of a flag pattern, really. So we break, like a lot of times, Zoom will flag patterns work out really well. Like here. And for since last year, I mean, I've been thinking Zoom. When Zoom made that insane move to 588, I thought this thing is way, way, way overpriced, and I didn't have the balls to take a position then. Like imagine getting in up here like 562s, and then boom, and then like adding in on these pops, adding it on pops, adding it on pops, like add here, add here, add here, like just and building into this put position or short share position, like crazy profit. I mean, you can make from 560s to 270s, like that's insane. It's a lot of money. It's life changing money. So potentially, so we've made a lot of. I mean, there's a move. Right now where we're at to the all time high. That's 52%, 52.5%. So I don't know, but anyways, according to Dan Shapiro, and he's 20+ year veteran. Anytime we get below the earnings low, then that's usually signals like a multi-day or week-long downside move. So we'll see. I don't have any VWAP levels below right here, but I have some 206.92 and 168.88. But we do have this low here of 273.77, so I will take some off before that probably. Yeah, I will. You know what? To be honest with you, I don't think I have what it takes to hold all the way to what Dan's saying is up to 12 points, like 268, 269, something like that. I would 276 is where another 5 points at least. I mean, it just depends. I don't know. It just depends on how it plays out. I'm excited about that. I'm still in ATVI. Let's take a look at ATVI. So ATVI is still in this falling wedge. I will add to ATVI if we get. Problem is, there's this wedge here. Now, and if we're gonna, and my contract's out till 2022, so if we get a drop to here, I can add like 3 or 4, um, and then essentially I'm betting on a move to here by 2022. So as long as I average down on this and it stays in this pattern, then I like it. Look at the weekly. I mean, if you look at it from a weekly standpoint, it's extended. So, I mean, if I don't add before this position, I would add somewhere. Yeah, like here it looks good. I mean, or if we're gonna play somewhere within here, I'll add. So depends. I want to play into this pattern. I'm hoping we get a balance before then, so I don't really have to go that route. But I do notice that 77.81 here was bounced out with support there, support here, closed above it here, got below, closed above it here. I know that right here is good support on 78, and then 77.80s is holding like today, closed right above it, hit below, closed right above. So we shall see. But if it starts, curling up, then definitely like it. Another one that I like potentially is Z. So we have these, this area here, this demand zone. So if right here is definitely a demand zone. So you look at this, there's a double bottom here, potentially has to break over here, like I mentioned in the prior video. We got a drop here today. As long as it holds a higher low off these two lows here, then I'm a buyer and a swing long. So we're gonna see about that. And then GS looks good. So GS and JPM banks look good to the upside today. However, now looks good to the downside. Like we're one day. I mean, this looks. If GS, I doubt I'll play it, to be honest with you. We have 2 weekly lows here, 1 and 2. So, um, this is last week's low, and then this is this week's low. So under today's low, looks good to the downside. For a move, I mean, I would just play something quick to. I'm gonna take at least profits at 480 cents. So, $3 basically. And then AI. What was I liking about AI? All right. We hold a higher low. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to see what I like about it now. I mean, we got a low here, higher low, and then if we form another higher low and bounce, then I'll take it. Or I'll consider taking it. GME still looks good. In my opinion, we have an inside day today. So a break above or below this looks good. We got weekly highs here, weekly low here. So just it's on watch. Let's take a look real quick at AMC. AMC had a nice little sell off today. Call me a hater, but I kind of love to see apes in pain. At least the ones that don't put in blood, sweat, and tears. We have a trend line here. Not really. So I'm gonna get rid of everything on this chart. Too messy now. So holds this. It's looking good, maybe to the upside, but it's hard to say. The chart's kind of dirty right now. Um, Facebook swing long. Facebook's holding this sort of pennant, and we have support, uh, retest zone, anywhere in here for a balance. But since we have this pattern, I ideally want it to hold here, but it could just dip below lower and form a higher low off this. And then also something to keep in mind is it's not talked about a lot. Is a dip below this, shake out, squeeze, rip, squeeze. So it's something to keep in mind. The only other trade that I took was an impulse trade, and that was so I had Zoom. I took a JPM long. What I did was I bought support here. Bought right here. And then it immediately dumped. And then I closed out at low a day. Little under low day. I thought, okay, I was holding the hope and thinking, okay, they're gonna break low a day and then they're gonna squeeze, maybe. Traps. It started exactly it was gonna right here. And it didn't, it broke down. So it ended up trending lower. Yeah, so I threw as you can see here, I threw a ZM wish list order out at $6. But that's not active anymore. And tomorrow I'm hoping to get more than that. If you look at the equity puts, when I was watching them, they were at a $30, $30 or $33 delta, and now the delta is 42. Oh, it's increasing. Obviously, 310 by 340, so I'm in at 197. It's 143. On the offer right now. I'm up. Anyways, so 280. So we get a gap down and we get a gap and go. That'll be really nice. So let's say 40. Say 45 times 5 points. So another $200. So um, $6 would be nice. So hopefully we'll get that. I think I would take some off at $6. That would be $403 profit. We'll see. That'll be nice. But I do think it could go lower. Since Dan's on board with it and just the chart looks good. I don't know. I would take $6 because in all honesty, I'm worried about catching a bid here or here. I mean, the volume here is pretty low, so I don't really think I should worry about that. If it breaks those levels, breaks there. I mean, it still has support right here. Pull off of. Definitely above that. So I mean, it has like this zone right here. It's gonna be something to worry about. Um, we're already there. So I would take tomorrow. I'll take a gap down and I'll see what if it sells off. It starts squeezing up. I'm gonna get out. Yeah, I don't want to turn this into a losing position. So, all right. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hear me ramble. I'm very tired. So I'm gonna end this stream. But I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. And good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.